a real quick test with MIDI mapping and the leap motion. So let's get started. I'm going to switch over to the PC and actually show you the leap motion that I have down here at the same time. You can see that I have MIDI information coming in. We'll zoom in here a little bit. You can see that it gives you everything from is it connected to how many hands. So I have one hand, I have two hands. How many fingers are being tracked at the same time, all the way down to palm, X and Y, and fingers, individual fingers. So what I've done is I've broken out each individual thing that I want to use. For instance, I'm using the palm to decide if it's going left or right. So on the X-axis, you can see it's going here. And then what I'm doing is I'm mapping each of these. So I'm just going in, take each of them and putting them to a range. And I'll figure out what the range is. So this is going from -200 to 200. That's about the range that I want to use for the X. And then I'm just mapping it to -50 to 50. So what I'm wanting this to come into this particle effect. So that's the actual mapping that takes place. If you have any questions about how to do MIDI mapping, take a look at how to do MIDI mapping inside of the actual MIDI device mapper first. That has to be done. But luckily, Leap Motion is one of those that comes automatically with a top that you can use. So Leap Motion is here and a chop as well. So you can use Leap Motion, HIJKL, Leap Motion to get the information from here. And there's two different kinds of drivers, either version 2 or version 4. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for and how you're going to be using it. It can be used as a camera, actually. It's kind of interesting. I'll go ahead and bring out the Leap camera real quick. So you can see, it's Leap Motion. And yeah, here is the camera. So here's my hand going close. So that could, I assume, be interesting at some point. You could use for depth field. That'd be kind of interesting. But what I'm going to look at doing is, turning this into a particle field. So I have a circle that I'm going to use as a particle, each individual particle, copy these, use a circle that I'm actually transforming around, and then create the particle system based on that, throw in a null real quick, and then render everything out. And I have just kind of like this render chop right here, or all these render ops that give me the option, if I want to, I can kind of look at what's coming in. So this kind of shows me what's coming in at the time, but that's not really what I'm interested in doing. I'm going to zoom out because I'm taking all of this and I'm rendering it out to this circle, which is then being rendered to a feedback loop, and then a level really quick just to kind of change some of the brightness, contrast, and gamma. Give it a quick blur, null, just to kind of make sure there's nothing else I want to throw in here real quick. I'm feedbacking on this comp right here. And then I throw a look up in here just to make sure there's a black background. And then this is what I actually have as the background right now. So if I do put my hand in front of it, this is what happens. So if I go to the left, if I go to the right, if I go higher, if I go lower, go to the left, right, if I go away. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting fire wave effect, motioning effect. So yeah, hope that was helpful. If you have anything that you'd like to know, hopefully you can write it in the chat. Other than that, that's all. Enjoy the Leap Motion.